And we're back, and Hailey, we're going to talk about the Christmas contest.
Right.
Last time that we're going to talk about it here until we announce winners next week.
Exactly. This is your last chance to get entered in the next week. So
Yeah. We're going to give out a free hint, and what else are we going to do? That's basically that, right?
yes.
But before we get to that, we're going to talk about painting your ceilings, and it's kind of interesting. We had Kevin Herman on earlier in the show, and he mentioned ceiling paint, some ceiling paint that we've got on sale.
Right.
And he just had an offhanded comment that it just breezed right past me, but it mattered to Hailey.
It really resonated with me. And it's so good to paint the ceiling before you start painting the walls.
Yeah.
If you've got a project where, I'm going to paint the dining room or the living room, whatever room, it's always such a bummer when you're done painting those walls and you look up and you realize the ceiling does not look so hot now.
Right. Now, I know that happens. I thought it was funny. Kevin made the statement that it's always good practice.
Right.
To just throw a coat on the ceiling whenever you're doing any painting. And I can't think of the last time I did that. I know what you're saying is true, though. I'll have my walls and everything looks fine. I'm focused on the walls, but I want a change of color, and the ceiling's just white.
Yes.
No big deal. And when I get that new color on the wall, that's when I realize how grungy
it is. Kind
the
of
ceiling is.
gross.
Yeah.
I have been finishing some spaces like the basement and redoing one of the bedrooms, and man, I know this rule of thumb. I've worked in paint stores for however long now, and I would always tell people this, and it's so hard to follow your own advice sometimes, but I know that I should paint the ceilings first. It crossed my mind, like, maybe I should just get a coat of paint on the ceiling. Well, it doesn't look bad, though.
Mm-hmm.
I really just want to get these walls painted. I was focused on getting this guest room ready because we've got people coming to stay over the holiday, so I wanted it done.
Well, they're going to be disappointed now.
Well, as long as they don't look up.
They're going to be laying in the bed at night looking up thinking, well, what kind of
It'll be
place
dark
is
then.
this? They won't even notice the cockroaches creeping over their blankets.
It's just really sad now because I rushed to get the walls done because I was just so hyper focused on those, and they look great. But in comparison now, the ceilings, like, what was going on in this room?
I know. I have the same thing. I have a living room that I've got to repaint, and I was all ready to do that a couple of weekends ago. It was just one of those, but thankfully I listened to advice that we've given.
Yes.
But we all know what that's like. You've got a Saturday, and all of a sudden, whatever you planned maybe falls through. And you're thinking, well, I was already geeked up to do something productive.
Yeah.
What should I do? Well, I've got this room that needs to be painted. I'm going to pick the color, get the paint, and get going on it.
Yep.
And I was all ready to do that. I was putting on my little boots. Well, they're normal size boots. But my normal size boots, my coat, I was getting ready to head out to the car to head to the store to start picking stuff out. And I reminded myself, this is what we've talked about on the show. This is always recipe for disaster. And so I stopped, and I'm going through colors. I'm making better choices and all of that. But I'm also glad because the ceiling has a crack in it from a long time ago.
Sure.
I've patched it, but it's still got to be painted over. And I know I would have completely forgotten.
Absolutely.
I would have gotten my wall paint, painted the walls, and then painting the ceiling. It's not impossible.
No,
But it's a
not
little
impossible.
trickier.
It's just if you're going to be painting the walls, you might as well paint the ceiling first because then all of that splatter or whatever you're going to get on the walls while you're painting the ceiling doesn't matter because you're just painting over it once you get that new coat on.
Yeah.
It's a lot harder when you've got freshly painted walls that you don't want to mess up, and now you've got to paint the ceiling because it looks gross now.
Does yours look gross?
It does. I'm sure that other people are not going to notice it, but getting up close and personal with the ceiling as I'm,
I've never
painting
been up
around,
close and personal with a ceiling. Oh, okay.
Because you're
You're on
cutting
a
in
ladder.
along the top, yeah. So I'm right there looking at it.
I'm normally so far away. It's all hazy as it is. Barely
Can't
see it
see
anyway.
anyways.
Yeah. No, I know. It's not fun. Painting a ceiling is not something that people...
No.
I think that's why most of us don't want to do
Exactly.
it. It's
We
not
just
even the
don't want to.
expense of it. It's just the work of it. And that's the beauty of using a product like we talked about, Superhide Zero. It's dead flat. It makes it easy to work with. And if that one's on sale through the end of December 31.
Yep.
If you're buying in 5-gallon buckets, you can get a really good deal on that. If you're really just looking for a gallon or maybe a couple gallons and you haven't done a lot of ceilings, there's a better option, and it's to go to Benjamin Moore's Premium Ceiling Paint. We talked about it in that same segment. It's an ultra flat. You can get it tinted to any color, and it stays flat.
Yes.
The big thing about that, and we talked about it before, but it just makes working on the ceiling so much easier. It's basically, I think Kevin in our interview a couple of segments ago said it was monkey proof.
Exactly.
And he gave me a big long glance. But
he's looking at you, Dan.
You can do a good job with that, even on a ceiling, because it's so flat. It will hide roller overlaps and all of that. It really covers over a multitude of sins, and you can get really good results. And that way, when you're all done with your whole repaint,
it's going to look like $1 million.
Yeah, you won't have any of this regret that Haley is wringing her hands over right now. All right. Anything more on that, Haley?
No, we got to get to
you
the giveaway.
blabbed yourself out?
Yep.
All right, let's talk about the giveaway, and we'll do our hint.
All right.
What do you want to say about the giveaway?
Giveaway, in case you haven't been tuning in, we've got this big Christmas giveaway we do every year. This year, the prizes are a little bit cooler in some ways because they're much more open. You could win a $500 Visa gift card. You could win a $250 Visa gift card, or you could win $250 to Repcolite, maybe get some ceiling paint and your wall paint.
Right. So all of those prizes, we've got 3 winners to get entered. Really, the whole thing is we've got all these cardboard cutouts, life-size cardboard cutouts in our stores, and they're all tucked into different Christmas displays.
Yes, they're very creative, very fun, all extremely unique. They're worth seeing.
Right. So you figure out which cardboard cutout is at which Repcolite, then you go to repcolite.com, or you go to Repcolite's Facebook page, you find the entry form there, and there's 10 questions. You just, if you know that the cardboard cutout at the Broadmoor store is, I'm not going to say, but you know which one's there, you go to that entry form, go to the Broadmoor question, and answer it with the right cardboard cutout.
Right.
Every entry that you get that's right is an entry into the contest.
And the entry form is very easy. It's multiple choice. So, I mean, really, you could go there and just guess if you wanted to. Maybe you'll get lucky.
Next year, we're going to do essay questions, but right now, it's just multiple choice to make it easy. And you can also get
on
bonus
Instagram.
Entries on Instagram. Haley, tell them very quickly what that is like.
So when you're in the store and you're looking at these cool Christmas displays, snap a picture, post it to your Instagram. All you have to do to get entered is hashtag Repcolite and tag us at Repcolite Paints, just so that we can see the post super easily. But definitely, if you're on Instagram, go and search the hashtag Repcolite. You're going to see all those Christmas displays that we're talking about. They're very cool.
Yeah, very cool. Great prizes. We'll announce winners on next week's show, December 24.
Yep.
Great big Christmas Eve extravaganza.
But you only have until the 21st
to get entered.
All
right, we're going to wrap it up, but we do have our hint, and our hint is going to be for which store, Haley?
This is for the Muskegon location, Port City Paints.
And the hint is this. This particular cardboard cutout received a Jelly of the Month Club subscription.
As their Christmas bonus.
From their company. All right, that's the Muskegon Port City Paints. Get online, repcolite.com. Click that entry form, get entered. Whatever you do today, make sure paint's a part of it. The Repcolite and Port City Paint stores are open until 3, waiting to help. I'm Dan Hansen.
I'm Hailey Johnson. Thanks for listening.
Are we good?
Yeah.
It's 1 second over.
Look at us.
And now, let's do our
extra
Christmas, our extra hint.
So this one is for Snyder Paints.
Did you hear my pen squeak?
Yeah. I'm sure it's
It's not going to do it again,
headphones.
though. For all those, what is that? ASMR?
Yes.
Like people who make sounds and everybody loves those sounds.
They're really satisfying. That's the opposite of that.
Okay, well, I tried. So, yes, we've got to do our Snyder Paints location in Goshen, Indiana.
Yeah, probably not making the trip down there if you're in Michigan.
You don't want to travel. We've got a hint, and the hint is really, really easy, and it's going to be this. This particular cardboard cutout could make the claim that some people think he has poor manners because occasionally he can spit from time to time. So that's the hint for Snyder Paint in Goshen, Indiana. It's such a long day, and it's what, noon? I don't even know what time it is. Anyway, get to repcolite.com, find the entry form. You've got the answer for Goshen, Indiana.
Yep.
Said it right. Check it out. Get entered with the other contest stuff. All those different entries will add up. We'll have the winners next week, Saturday.
Yep.
Look for that. All right, that's all we've got.